Stampers, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers, and I'm here for another terrific Tuesday video. Today I'm going to share with you a stamp set that is one of my favorites in the annual catalog, and it is called Baby Bear. And I'm going to give you a little heads up and sneak peek that we have a stamp set coming out in the New Occasions catalog. That's a little similar to Baby Bear, and it made me think of this stamp set and realize that I'd never have showcased it yet. And I love teddy bears, so I just had to pull it off the shelf and share it with you today. I actually made 2 different cards with this. These are perfect for baby showers, thank you cards for a baby, any of that sort of thing. It can also be good for a juvenile birthday. And doesn't that bear just look totally realistic? I'm going to bring in the stamp set and show you that for a second. This stamp set is actually on page 110 of our annual catalog, and it comes in 3 different stamps that you stamp on top of each other, and that is what I want to show you today, how this stamp set completely comes to life by stamping different colors of ink on top of each other, and it's just gorgeous. So why don't we go ahead and get started. To keep it a little simple today, I'm going to show you how I made the one that is for a little boy, and I used Pool Party. This one I used Melon Mambo. The only thing that I added to the little girl one, just to kind of give you an idea of what I changed up, is I included the bow, and that is just 2-step stamping. I stamped the solid image in Flirty Flamingo, and then I stamped this one right on top of it in Melon Mambo, and it gave me this really pretty little look. And then what I did is I used the heart from the cookie cutter builder punch. I stamped out a little heart right here, or punched out a little heart, and I adhered that to the chest of the bear as well. So that's what I did different on that one. And for purposes of demonstration today, though, I'm going to show you how I did the Pool Party one, because I want you to be able to mainly see how I stamped that bear. I did use an embossing folder on the mat right here on this Pool Party mat, and I used the ruffled embossing folder. I'm not sure if you can see the ruffled, but I thought it was perfect for a baby card, and it just adds a little bit of texture to that mat. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock that I cut 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. That becomes the base of my card for today. And then I have the piece of Pool Party. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4, and you'll be able to see that I've already pre-embossed that with that ruffled embossing folder. And what I did is I added a piece of our crochet lace trim to this card as well. And I'm going to show you my cheater bow in case you've never seen how I did that. So, but I added this to the bottom of the card. Actually, I'm going to wait and add the ribbon. Let's do the stamping first. Getting ahead of myself. So let's back up a little bit. And I'm going to bring in my paper piercing mat. This is my well-used paper piercing mat. And the 3 ink colors that I'm going to use for the bear, because that's a 3 triple time stamping, I used the Crumb Cake, followed by the Soft Suede, followed by the Chocolate Chip. And again, bringing in my stamp set, you start with the image that is going to be your shadow or your background, and that's going to be the light color. And then this next one right here adds, this one right here adds some detail. That's going to be my next color. And the one that has the less detail, it's going to be my darkest brown. Now you can mix and match these colors. You could do this bear in blues and pinks and yellows. I'm just going with the traditional brown for demonstration today. So I'm going to start with the Crumb Cake. This piece of paper is cut 3.5 by 3.5 square, and I am going to be using the solid image of the bear, and I'm going to ink that up with some Crumb Cake ink. And I'm just going to stamp this down right in the middle of my piece of paper. And I want to make sure I stamp this down really good in the middle, because I want to make sure I get that good and stamped right in the middle. Sometimes I pick it up and I actually had that paper come up with it, because you can kind of see the ink adhering to the paper, and I could tell the middle was not getting inked very well. Okay, so there is the first step in that process. And then I'm going to continue on with the Soft Suede. And the Soft Suede is what I'm going to be using for the next most detailed of the stamps. And what you're going to do is you're going to line this right up. Now I will tell you that Stampin' Up! Has a new placement tool coming out called the Stamparatus that would make this project really simple to do. And if you click on the link in my blog, or the link in this video to my blog post, I'll have information in there about it and how you can reserve your own Stamparatus. That is the name of our placement tool. So now I'm just going to line this up and I'm going to stamp this right on top of that crumb cake. Now if you're off a little bit, it's really okay, because once you have it all together, you really can't tell. But look at how that really kind of brought that to life a little bit more. And then I'm going to do the third one, which is what I chose to use, chocolate chip. Now you could also use early espresso. I just, to be honest, could not find my early espresso stamp ink pad, or that might have been what I used. So we're just going to use the chocolate chip, and I'm going to ink this up really, really good. And I'm going to stamp this right on top of where I've already stamped. And again, if you're a little bit off, it's going to be completely okay, because no one's going to really be able to see that. And I'm just going to stamp right on top of that, apply some pressure to it. It's sticking a little bit. But look at that beautiful bear. Didn't that just bring that right to life? From there, what I did is I added this using Stampin' Dimensionals to the pool party mat. So I'm going to put some dimensionals in these four corners real quick. Let me take those off of that. I encourage you though to join my mailing list if you haven't done so yet. That's where you'll get an email from me every Tuesday with my newsletter and important information and updates on products that are coming out. And I try my best to give you all the goods that I know that Stampin' Up! Has provided to us as demonstrators. And if you love Stampin' Up! Product, I really encourage you to consider joining my team. We have a great group of stampers, and we're always looking for new people. So from there, I went ahead and I added this ribbon using glue dots, and I did the cheater bow method. If you haven't done that before and you struggle with bows, this is the perfect technique for you. But what I did is I just simply adhere this to the bottom of the card with glue dot. I put a glue dot on each end, and I adhere it to the back of the card. And then what I do, let me get this mat out of here, is I cut a little piece of ribbon that I just link underneath of here, and I tie this right around that ribbon like the beginning of tying your shoe. And you have a little slip knot that you can actually move this where you want it. And then from there I adhered this to the card, and I added a little love you sentiment. And this piece is just a piece of scrap that I cut. I believe it's 3/4 of an inch by about 1.5 maybe. Again, I really didn't measure that. I just had a scrap laying there and I grabbed it and did it. So let me bring in the little girl sample again so that you can see both of them. They are both absolutely adorable, and this stamp set's a great addition to add to your collection. Again, it is called Baby Bear, and it's $26. I will list all of the supplies that I used to make these cards in the description of this video as well. Thank you for stopping today, and please check me out on Facebook. Search for Kim Vogel's Basement Bunch Stampers. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you click the bell, and if you click the bell, you will get an email notification each time that I post a video. And right now, I currently do videos every single Tuesday, and I always give away something on my blog and on my YouTube video. So make sure that you comment for your chance to win. Thanks for stopping today. Make sure you check me out at kimsbasementbunch.com for all my details and for all of my online classes. Thanks for stopping today, and have a great day. Bye.